Falling in love with a watch isn't weird. Not when the watch is this good. This piece is a clear homage to the Mark XX, and yet somehow it manages to stand on its own. In fact, in some ways, it's better proportioned than the original. So here's the deal. For $51, I got a fully stainless steel pilot-style automatic watch on a matching steel bracelet with 200 meters of water resistance, Seiko's NH35 self-winding movement, C3 lume, and a flat slab of sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. That's not just a good deal, it's a shockingly complete package at this price. I've dropped a link to the exact listing I used in the description, so feel free to check that out. But I'll say it straight up. I like this watch. Actually, I more than like it. I've worn it for 2 full days and I don't want to take it off. And that's rare. Yes, it has a few peeves and we'll get to those. But overall, this is one of the best value pilot style automatics I've reviewed all year. Now let's talk dimensions. The case diameter is 39 millimeters. Lug to lug, you're looking at 48.8 millimeters. It has a lug width of 19 millimeters and tapers down to 17.2 at the clasp. The case height is just 11.9 millimeters. And the total weight after I removed a few links from my 6.5-inch wrist came out to 128 grams. So yeah, it wears incredibly well. That sub-40 size makes it an easy everyday option. The downward sloping lugs and overall balance mean it sits right on the wrist, no overhangs, no bulkiness. The case is finished beautifully, all brushed with even refined strokes and crisp transitions. The brushing is consistent across the case surface and there are smooth chamfers at the transitions. The fixed bezel is slightly raised and angled inward, and it features radial brushing that visually distinguishes it from the rest of the case. It's a sharp, structured design. The case lines are clean and the finishing is better than you'd expect at this price. On the right hand side we have a large unguarded screw down crown. It's signed with the Addiesdive logo and has a satin finish that ties in beautifully with the rest of the watch. The operation is solid, easy to grip, easy to wind. Flip the watch over and you'll find a flat stainless steel screw down case back. It's clean, simple, and it seals the watch for a full 200 meters of water resistance. Now let's talk about the bracelet because it's one of the highlights and also one of the gripes. The finishing is great. You've got fine brushing across the outer and inner links, polished sides for a bit of extra light play, and each link is made from 5 individual components. It gives the bracelet this elegant braided look that feels both premium and comfortable. The tolerances are tight and the bracelet drapes around the wrist with ease. The inverted end links help the bracelet hug my wrist nicely and the whole thing just feels right. But yeah, there are a few trade-offs. The clasp is a simple fold-over style. It's unsigned, and while you do get a safety latch and 3 micro adjustments, it's just underwhelming, especially compared to the rest of the watch. Another thing, the bracelet is held together with push pins. Not a deal breaker at this price, but still worth noting. Honestly, if this watch cost over $100, I'd expect screw links. But again, for $51, totally forgivable. Let's turn our attention to the dial. Classic Pilotwatch simplicity. You get a matte black dial with fully printed markings. The numerals, hour markers, and my new track are all done in a greenish yellow tone that gives strong contrast in the daylight and glows hard at night. Addiesdive used C3 lume on the dial and hands here. That means it's about 5 to 10% brighter than BGW9, and the longevity is solid too. It lights up the room, no exaggeration. The hour and minute hands are classic sword style, and the seconds hand is a stark white pointer that balances the dial nicely. There's also a date window at 3 o'clock. At first, the white date wheel might look like it's out of place, but it actually complements the seconds hand, so it works. The Addiesdive logo is printed below 12, and automatic 200M sits neatly above 6. And just a quick word on the crystal. It's flat sapphire glass with anti-reflective coating. It sits just a hairline above the bezel and delivers great clarity at all angles. The bezel itself, though finely brushed, still manages to bounce a bit of light. It adds a touch of character without ever getting flashy. Powering the watch is Seiko's NH35 movement. It beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour, offers 41 hours of power reserve, and has 24 joules. You also get hacking, so the second hand stops when the crown is pulled out. One cool feature of the NH35 is Seiko's magic lever system. If your watch stops, just give it a gentle shake and it springs right back to life. Super handy. So what's the verdict? Honestly, I'm blown away. This watch doesn't scream for attention, but it grows on you quietly, confidently. It's refined, wearable, well made, and thoughtfully executed. The lume is bright, the case is crisp, and the bracelet, despite a few minor letdowns, is genuinely comfortable. And at $51, this is the definition of value.